Hello, we are here at Frost Giant Games on March the 12th. We have Paul on Infect, Keegan on Hardened Scouts, and we have Lincoln in the booth again.
Hi everyone, how's it going? So how is this looking? Did we roll any dice yet? Did we figure out who's going first?
Keegan's mulliganing, I know that.
Paul looks like he kept on 7. So we got Infect. Paul looks like he has a Spell Pierce in his hand. Probably an Infect creature and some pump spells.
You would hope.
Yeah, you would think. Hardened Scales. Very favorite, I feel. Has a bunch of creatures and interaction for Paul at certain points.
Keegan keeping 6. Noble from Paul.
And a pass. Rocketing in mana, doubling it in one turn.
Crazy.
Keegan got a new card.
Yeah, we are also only doing 3 rounds of this. We already played round 1. We were a little late getting set up, so
Running a little behind.
here's a Graftland from Keegan.
They're really loud. You're supposed to tell those guys to. Turn 2 from Paul. He's got an Infect creature. And mana to cast another one, I think. He looks like he's got a Glistener Elf in his hand.
I mean, he just shipped it to Keegan.
Shipped it to Keegan. Pass back to Paul.
So just doing nothing on his turn 2?
Keegan definitely happy to just draw go, right?
Yep. Here's an Infect creature. Scale
it up.
Is it a
Free
Groundswell?
combat. Groundswell it.
Or Mutagenic Growth? Okay.
Attack for a bunch.
So is this 9 here with the Exalted trigger?
9.
Yep.
Keegan probably just gonna have to eat that one, huh?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah, don't see much of a choice here. Keegan in kind of a tough spot here. He does nothing to show for his 2 mana, while Paul's all on the board with 2 Infect creatures next turn coming across for lethal.
Yeah.
It's not a good sign for Keegan.
Keegan just changing his life total to represent how much
Yeah.
Infect he's at. I think that's the only thing that really
It's not
matters.
going to matter too much, yeah.
So we're counting up instead of counting down.
I imagine Keegan will win this too. Oh, that's a Walking Ballista though, isn't it?
I believe so.
So that.
But if Paul has another Mutagenic Growth, it's just a blowout.
Yeah, he's got lots of stuff. There's no way.
Okay, yeah, Keegan's just
packing
scooping it up.
Keegan probably should have played something there on turn 2, not just passed if he had nothing. I think he had a Walking Ballista.
He did have a Walking Ballista. We know that wouldn't have ended up working out for him because of the Mutagenic Growth, but just
What are
doing
you gonna
something.
do, right? That's a good question, homie. But I don't think it would have mattered much there on the Phyrexian mana.
I mean, he probably just wasn't updating his dice, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe Keegan doesn't have what it takes on this. They're just
His sideboard definitely doesn't look...
2 ships passing in the night, you know?
Yeah. The sideboard definitely does not look that great against Infect. I mean, when was the last time Keegan saw Infect, probably?
That's true.
There's some Gem Razors.
I think you just want, like, Stone Coil Serpents. Those have reach, right? You just want cards with reach and cards that can block, and you gotta dodge.
I mean, so many things just seem poor in
Yeah,
this matchup
yeah.
for Keegan.
Keegan
Like anything
definitely-
that's even remotely better,
Yeah.
you take it.
Paul is definitely way faster than Keegan as well.
I mean, if he keeps seeing Scale Up, things are going to be rough. What a card to be
Plus
printed.
5 on Scale Up. That's nuts.
That card is actually so insane.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, it's a sorcery, but it's really hard to pick all these matches. The only other match we had to choose from was Burn versus Slow Control. Like, Probably just not a fun one.
At least it's interesting. I mean, when was the last time you seen Infect? I mean,
Hardened Scales too, very fun.
Yeah,
Lots of
Hardened
new
Scales.
cards. The Ozolith, I don't even know what that card does.
you don't?
Not really.
Wow.
It just holds counters, right?
It holds all types of counters. Yeah, 1/1
Yeah.
counters, Death Touch counters.
If you want to just Call of the Dark Dwellers, some stuff back.
And we had it on camera
holds.
the other week, but it was like really important because it's not just like when a creature dies you move the counters, it's whenever a creature with counters leaves play. So like it got bounced to someone's hand and then you gotta retain all the counters. Like it's kinda cool.
Yeah, a little Vapor
Very
Snake
safe
action.
card.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Strange, you know?
He might have, I am not positive. I know Paul played Chrisman on camera last week. I don't know if he played twice or not.
I know Keegan also mentioned something about getting a deck from someone else, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Keegan usually plays a brew of some sort. I think he's
He's
usually
been-
playing Electro Dominance.
Yeah, Electro Dominance and also what's the deck he's been playing? He's been playing that Sunforger deck a lot recently.
Like, as in, like, Sunforger.
Yeah.
Like that Boros
Yeah.
equipment? What?
Well, it was
Is it like a Colossal Hammer deck?
no,
No?
it was just like Forever Champions. You just unattaching for these like mid-range spells, helixes, deflecting palms, and
Oh, okay.
it
I
was just
remember
it
that.
was
Okay,
cool.
yeah.
It was cool. I think he had a mana tithe in there.
If that's what you want to call it, sure. I don't know. Boros spells. Not what I want to be
So
doing.
double mutagenic growth triple mutagenic growth. He's just gonna mulligan this. That would have been all right if he had an infect creature.
I mean,
Not gonna die of walking ballista anytime soon.
yeah.
That's for sure.
I don't, what are you going to do, though? Keegan does look like he has a good hand, though. It's got a Graft Land.
A pithing needle.
As long as he has another... Yeah, it looks like a basic at the bottom of his hand.
Oh wait, is that a pithing there, or is that the? That's the secret lair. That might just be an Ink Moth Nexus.
Secret who?
A secret lair, right? Is the right one?
The Secret Lair Inkmoth Nexus. That looks like a... I don't know. There's a Secret Lair Pithing Needle as well, so... Right?
I hate you.
Sorry. So it looks like Keegan's starting him out.
Ooh, Paul's going down to 5.
Oh, man.
I mean, you just need a scale up, right?
Yeah, I mean, you
One
do
drop,
only
scale
need,
drop.
what? 2 lands, Glistener Elf, 2 pump spells. Yeah. One
Sculpt
adds
it, sculpt it.
5 and one adds 4.
I want to
so
see a turn 2 lethal.
That's ugh. But Splinter Twin's too fast, huh? No, I'm just kidding. It's totally the wrong way. This looks definitely like a cube to Paul, though. It's got nothing. But he
Literal
definitely doesn't
nothing.
want to go to 4, I don't think.
Well, that's actually nothing.
I don't.
So
It's
no,
like
yeah, he's
mostly
keeping, though.
lands, but yeah, you definitely don't want to go to 4. 4, you become almost non-functional.
We're on the normal beatdown plan. You think this?
Noble's
Oh wait!
gonna,
Oh, I thought he drew a Glistener Alpha. No, he
Noble's
drew a
gonna carry the
Skullcurse.
team here. Noble said, "Get on my back." It's me versus 1 Walking Ballista. That's probably not gonna end well for our
2 mana here.
very noble hierarch.
Walking Ballista for 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ballista for 1. Okay, Paul's gonna scoop it up.
Yeah, that's probably enough. If
On a mull of
Keegan,
5 with that's
Keegan just draws 2 more lands and becomes machine gun
yeah.
whatever he wants.
The
Yeah,
the fact that
totally.
you can graft the counter there is really strong too. It really is. It does beat
To keep
the
it
mutagenic
alive,
growth in his
yeah.
hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what interesting matches we're having so
Yeah,
far.
that's sort of like the infect, you know, you just if someone knocks your glass cannon out of your hand, it's really hard to do anything else.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Machine Gun Keegan, indeed. Colts. I agree. He was like, pew 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 pew.
Jeez.
Yeah, he was walking.
Let's see if players can keep their 7s.
All right.
There's a land for Paul.
Got a cavern.
Where's an
some
infect
lands for
creature?
Keegan. Paul not looking like a keeper to me. Lots
No.
of lands. Keegan's got lands and spells, but he does not like them. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
I really don't know what you're looking for there. Probably just a ballista. I'd be mulling to ballista or. I don't
Any
even
amount
know.
of interaction.
Yeah.
Like, actually.
What other?
I think
that's
it's
probably
just
the
walking
only,
ballista. Yeah.
I don't know how any of his specific spells are worded. I know he said he had a new Kaldheim spell that put a counter on a creature and gave it hexproof.
Oh, yep. The new
I can't imagine those work.
It's like a.
Imagine
Keep
it's
lots of
your,
defense with
your,
a counter instead,
your
yeah.
target
Yeah.
creature, not someone else's. So you won't get you gotcha with any of those. So. Keegan might have 1 mana cryptic commands. Snakeskin Veil, yep. Keegan might have some. What is the card? Everyone hated it. It was the worst. It got banned in all the formats.
It's got banned.
Did it get banned? Summer Veil of Summer? No. Is that the name of the spell? I don't know.
Are you talking about the 1 mana cryptic command?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Green.
I mean, I saw him in his board. I don't know if he brought them in.
I mean it's 1 mana draw card at least against Paul.
I was
usually.
hoping you would talk about you were talking about Attune with Aether, dude. Get 2 energy, find a lamp, put it into your hand. That got
If
banned
you
in
ever
standard.
say Attune with Aether to me again.
It's a
I
1 mana
cast a
spell
lot
that
of
got
Attune
banned.
with Aethers in Historic though when
A Misty Fetch for Paul.
what was it? Kaladesh Remastered.
Kaladesh Remastered, yeah.
Oh yeah. Throwing some Ulamogs into play, making some people upset. Very cool.
Good times.
Freaking Expedition. Very cool. Breeding pool for Paul.
Done 18 or 17.
Some friendly banter being thrown back and forth by our players.
A
love
long
to see-
shuffle. A
Love
long
to see everyone
shuffle.
getting along here. It's very nice.
Do we have an elf?
It looks like we,
We
do.
do. Does Paul draw a scallop and just have lethal?
He's got a fetch.
Doesn't look like it.
Definitely gonna play that noble. Get in at least.
He has a groundswell in hand.
Ground who?
Ooh.
That's +4, right?
Yeah, that's +4 if you play a land.
And it looks like he played 2 this turn, so
Perfect.
nice. That's double. Does that count for more then?
No, I wish it did. That would be so
strange.
It would be.
Omnath would be huge.
For each land you play. Wow, that would be nuts.
You need to what is it? Retreat to Kazandu.
Is that the counter one? You put counters on? Yeah.
Keegan needs that.
Oh.
His counter deck.
Well,
Oh boy.
here's the
Another
noble.
Probably just swinging. That's a Blossomy defense in his hand.
Yeah.
Paul does have another fetch land in his hand. Just gonna hold on to that.
Keegan goes to 2 infect.
You can +4 whenever he wants, really.
So, I mean, Paul has lethal next turn with protection.
It
That's
does look like a ballista just drawn though, so
that's painful. Wow, that's very painful. Paul's just gonna let it happen.
So Keegan's still at 20 here.
That's another groundswell. So now,
Now we got
does
that
does
is-
Paul have a land in hand? That's the question.
Oh man, Keegan just draws an
I don't think
Inkmoth of his
so.
own though,
Yep.
and another ballista. So I think I would go. I think Keegan has a Ravager in his hand.
Hardened
and then
Scales.
Hardened Scales. Jeepers. That's pretty strong. You know, with another.
Ballista.
That is exactly what the doctor
Yeah,
ordered
that's
there.
actually just what Keegan Mulligan into is any number of walking ballistas.
Keegan might be in some trouble here with, if he doesn't kill this noble straight away, giving Paul a little bit too much mana to work with. Yeah. Tight plays from Keegan here.
Land.
But that is
Aw.
+1 right away.
Animate. Yep.
That is land
Keegan
drop.
didn't have to do anything until he went to attack.
Yep.
Paul has to act first. There's no way
I think he just
to make this work.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably just hit him for 1 infect, right? Like, I mean, I guess not, because if Keegan has a land, he can put 2 more counters on the Walking Ballistas. You just want him gone now.
Yeah, that's. I don't know about that one. It looks like Keegan's going to be able to throw this down, get some counters.
This is brutal. And Dampening Sphere. This is rough.
Dampening Sphere, that's a strange one. I don't even know what those cards do.
There's an elf, though.
With Keegan probably having lethal here, right? +1 to all the single counters, plus a pump off. I can't count that high, but it
No, I don't
seems
think
like more than 10.
I don't think it's lethal.
Like I said, I'm not.
I'm not the one that has to do math. You're right.
Yep.
I respect that.
But it's 2.
Here's an Ozolith in hand, though, for Keegan.
2, 4. So the Ozolith, remember, that's 1 spell off this Dampening Sphere, so all the spells that Keegan plays. I don't think he has another one, but we'll just call it 2. Because everything counts for 2.
Paul doesn't know what the card does. And it's not in English.
Bam.
There's the English
A much
version.
better idea.
Perfect. I mean, he sends it.
Sending it in. If I'm an Arcbound Ravager right now, I am not a single bit afraid of that damn Glistener Elf.
Yeah.
Trading with ink.
Just a trade.
Strange. I think.
Well, it's
Uh,
weird because
he-
if he tried to do something, then
Yeah.
Keegan would just put a million counters on that, and he would just have him
Keegan
dead
can
anyways.
also just the Glistener Elf dies in state-based actions next turn after all the pluses go
Mhm.
away. So maybe he just wanted to put the -1/-1 counter on that Glistener Elf because
Well,
the damage goes through.
yeah.
Regardless.
I mean, well, yeah.
right.
Yep. I was just thinking Paul was okay with that trade and not committing anything else, just because he would be dead to that card next turn.
Yeah, I think Keegan here though kind of had it wrapped up if he had another spell, but I guess we'll see. This is in fact the second round of the tournament. Paul and Keegan already won their matches. Keegan 1 and 3, Paul 1 and 2, I believe.
Yep. Another elf.
Else be elfin.
Yep.
The animation module. Keegan really safe behind this Dampening Sphere too. I thought it was a non-factor in this
No,
game.
it's definitely
and it
huge, yeah.
Totally is huge. Playing a gigantic role in slowing down all of Paul's really explosive turns. We're having a great time here. It is. It's a hard position though. There's so many cards with text in your hand when you're Keegan,
and they're not English, making it even
and
harder
it's
for
like,
him.
What does animation module do? It like puts a counter on something, right? Or it makes a servo for 3 mana.
Honestly, I'm not positive what that one is. I think that is the one counter one. If a
All right.
counter would be placed, you put it.
Let's
No,
go
I don't
to
even know.
tapes.
I'm just lying. I know what the whole machine does together, the 3 modules, but I can't remember which one does which. That might be the servo one.
So whenever you put a counter on a permanent, you can pay 1,
To
make
make
a
a
servo.
servo, yeah.
That's pretty convoluted, I must say.
But they're artifacts. That's
I
more
guess
for
though, yeah.
Ravager.
Eat. Ravager must eat. I like that Keegan's deck is just like, I want to use all my mana, all of my turns, and then I'll win the game. This is kind of what happens. Keegan, I think, is going to go for it, though. He looks like he's... Oh, declare... What am I talking about? I'm like a turn and a half behind. Just kidding.
Activate Blink Moth Nexus. Sacrifice it to Ravager. Pay 1 to make a servo when the counters are placed.
Wow, look at all this mana.
Imagine this one is sacked too, and same thing happens with that extra mana. Okay, waiting for Paul to make a move first. Groundswell. No, it's a 4/4.
No trample, right?
No trample.
No tramples.
Paul's thinking. I mean, he just can't cast that.
Yeah.
There
Damping
we go.
Sphere. Paul says, uh-oh. Mutagenic growth paying the 2 life. Paying for the tax.
I mean, that should probably be it. The Ravager gets sacked, put it on the Ozolith. All of the counters. Snake who?
Snake Skin Veil. Put a +1/+1 counter on it.
So that's 2.
And then Paul scoops it up. Yep.
That'll be it.
Yep. So Keegan
Zip,
gets
zap,
there
zoop.
in 3.
If your deck has more words of text on it, you win the game.
That's
It's just simple facts.
That's simple, man.
Yeah.
But we will be back with the next round. Thank you.
Don't leave.
Is one of legend. Many realms, epic sagas, bound by one truth. Viking or Valkyrie, elf or dwarf, all belong to the World Tree. All are supplicant to the gods. Gods who travel between the realms to do their bidding for peace, for bloodshed, or for their own amusement. But what if there was a way to harness this power? A weapon with the ability to protect all. A weapon of pure strength, forged for a god. Or, in more creative hands, a weapon of unimaginable chaos! Who's ready for some fun?
Hello, we are back with round 3 of Modern. We have Tony on Underworld Breach, a deck I know nothing about, and Chase on Izzet Blitz.
Underworld Breach, definitely going to be comboing, playing some baubles probably, I think I
So
saw.
I assume Blitz is going to be a bad matchup.
Blitz, I mean, depends on what Tony plays in his main board.
Yeah.
Definitely plays red.
But it looks like both players on a mulligan.
That's fun. Everyone's shuffling a little more. Izzet Blitz going very fast. Trying to get some Swift Spears out, I think. But Tony going probably fast too with a Storm deck, I would imagine. Something like that. Thanks for all the kind words there, Zach. Appreciate it. Looking at our 6s here. There's a Dorat. I like that.
So that's a star, that's a bobble. Did you find a list, an Underworld Breach list?
Nope.
No, I'm just assuming it's eggs then. With what I can see, it's similar to eggs.
You like peanut butter in your eggs?
I hate you. I hate you so much.
I'm sorry. 51st States, though.
Here's
Great
a Spire
movie.
Bluff for Chase.
We're keeping our 6s too. And we're starting it up. I love to see it. Tony, Tapland, Bobble, go. Wonder if this Bobble needs to hang out on the battlefield. I think some Emerys were in Tony's.
I wonder if Loris was revealed. I honestly just don't know anything about this Underworld Breach deck.
No, I think if Emery's in the deck, you can't play Loris. So.
Oh, did you see Emery?
I believe so.
Oh.
I think. I don't know why you wouldn't just snap crack this
Yeah,
Bobble
yeah.
otherwise to just cycle through it. You
Sure.
definitely want it in play. Well, well,
Who knows?
there goes that. I guess maybe maybe. I don't know.
Here's a Bloodstained Fetch.
Lots of red blue lands though.
Mhm.
Oh,
Steam Mets.
some
Nice
shinier than
expedition,
others,
yeah.
but
That was a really cool expedition. I was super hyped when I saw that one for the first time.
so I googled breach eggs. And I did not get the results I was thinking. I was
Health and
getting
Wellness, huh?
The Art of Incubation, written by Peter Brown, a.k.a. the Chicken Doctor. So that's really cool.
That's a title.
That's a Dorat, though, coming in hot. Woo! Blazing in for 1. Tony taking 1, drawing 2. Looking like more egg stuff. Drawing cards, cycling through his deck.
It's looking like there's an Engineer Explosive, which I imagine is not bad.
That's pretty strong.
If that is what that card is.
Definitely an Emery deck. 4 of all these 0 mana artifacts. Very cool. I like it.
You could say that would also be a Loris deck with all these 0 mana artifacts. Just saying. But here's a star.
I don't see any companion out there. Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, true. And here's another star and a pass.
Chase looking to pump up this Dorat.
Oh, wow, yeah, multiple Manamorphose in hand. And this Gut Shot. So Chase going down to 15, putting a counter on this Dorat. Light up the stage.
That's
That's gas. I believe he already played his land for turn, though, so...
So we're going to play that Swift Spear. We're still thinking.
Yeah, sadly he played that land before the light up the stage. But we're just going to hold these Manamorphoses off for the next turn. Oh! Yeah, he'd play land, yep. Tony just reminding him. Here's a swing for 3.
Now these are stars too, so when these go to the graveyard, they come back in case Tony would want to just destroy the Swift Spear, right? Or they would, he would draw a card off them. Stars have the isolated text, right?
The what? Sorry? I was not listening to you in the slightest.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just
I
here
hate
with you. Don't mind me.
Oh, that's a Metallic Rebuke. Spicy.
That's more than 2 mana.
I mean, yeah.
It's a non-land permanent.
It's a non-land permanent, though.
Tony really improvising here, you know?
I hate
Making the
that.
most of his cards.
Here is an EE
Looks like for 2?
for 2.
It's not the greatest dice to use, but what are you going to do, right?
Bobble Pass.
So Tony playing lots of artifacts.
Again, if Chase wants to play that Spire Bluff Canal, he is going to get punished because he played his land first. Because
Last turn.
Yeah, because he played it
Correct.
last turn. Metamorphose, and then this improvised spell could choosing to not go with it. Another Metamorphose.
Yeah, I think you fire off.
See
this
now,
Metallic
yeah, it feels
Rebuke,
bad
yeah.
not doing it at the first, but Tony will take a point of damage for this.
No, I think you're still fine here because you know there's nothing worse happening
Yeah.
probably. But definitely.
I mean, basically, just 2 extra damage got through.
Yeah, yeah. Tony also probably expecting something like that he would rather rebuke, like
Mhm. Here's a light up the stage. Ooh,
a
good
llama
cards.
dart.
Very good
Yeah.
cards.
Whew.
Tony needs to do something now.
Yeah, needs something for the Swift Spear and to crack this engineered explosives. That's
Honor
a
will breach the draw.
though.
Again, I have no idea how he wins, but I'm ready to see.
Yep, I think Tony can find a way here if he's doing stuff. So drew the namesake card. I feel like
I feel like it
he's gonna cycle it for some mana. I think that's another breach.
Yep.
What are you gonna do? You know, we got a Sacred Foundry. Tony thinking about, asking about.
So after
Packing it
5
up.
minutes in game 1, I still have no clue what Tony's doing.
Tony,
But he's been winning because I believe he's undefeated right now. So the deck works. We
didn't
know
work
that.
there, but
We know
what are
it
you
works.
gonna do, right?
Well,
I guess with Emery, you're accruing like this weird incremental advantage, and you know,
Blood Moons,
that's probably
Searing
just
Bridges.
not a lot.
Is that a mentor, Monastery Mentor? Yup. I
Like
like that.
sideboards.
I like that a lot.
I don't know what you would call all over the place, but I don't know.
I don't see any
Don't all his
ley
cards
lines
say
or anything.
Draw a card on it.
Bringing in a bridge.
It's kind of hard to play Ensnaring Bridge when your cards say draw a card. But then again, I don't operate on that axis, so the wrong person to ask, I suppose. Tony looking to interact early with all
I
the
see that
chases.
deck a little bit. Mox Ambers.
threats.
Okay, there are Emerys in there. Is this like a Paradox Engine deck?
Hey, there's your old buddy Teferi's in there.
Mm.
Very cool.
Loris and Emery are in the deck. That's cool.
Oh,
It's not a
so
companion,
you
but they
can
are both
make-
in the deck, yeah.
No.
But it
I
looks
don't
like
know.
Loris is coming out. And a Breach.
So with Breach and 2 Mox Ambers, you can make infinite mana?
I
don't
wouldn't even
know
pretend to
what's-
know the interactions with that card.
Yeah, if only we had a level 1 judge that was here
Yeah.
who was supposed to
We
like,
don't. We
Yeah,
don't.
by the law.
The level
I
1
guess.
judge didn't pay the $100 during a pandemic, so.
Yeah, that's
We don't
true.
worry about
But I
that.
mean, like, yeah. I guess I could know too.
Little rules advisor.
Tony better win a match on camera so we can figure out what's going on.
I mean,
because
we can just
look really
berate
silly
him
here.
after this game, and be like, "So what does
Not
your
let
deck
him
do?
leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shut the door.
Please
hold
let
it.
us know what your deck does."
Yeah.
Hopefully, Chase doesn't just pop off. I don't even think that was the most aggressive start from Chase, but he ended up getting there still.
Yeah, I mean, when you're unimpeded, it's pretty easy to add. When you're adding a counter to every spell you
Yeah.
play. All right. So I'm getting Data Breach Management by McDermott, Will, and Emery. So that's what happens when you Google Breach Emery. Not too good at this Googling thing yet.
Chase still sideboarding. Big thinking, dude.
Yeah, I think Chase just wants like a few spell pierces maybe, and like that's about it, right? A little bit of interaction on the stack, but Chase just definitely is doing something that Tony can't really deal with. Some friendly banter going on between our players. It's nice to see everyone getting along so well. Right, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah? So I did not see any Jeskai ascendancies or any
Ooh, Soulscar Mage and multiple lava darts. I mean, that's
grinding
pretty
stations.
aggressive. Oh, and a Swift Spear. Oh, and interaction with the Spell Pierce. That looks like a really good hand for Chase. Like an amazing hand. Bobble himself has his fetch land in hand.
Huh. I see a Skyclave apparition in Tony's hand, though. That's a fun one. We love to see white sideboard cards. Rest in peace. Stony Silence might be
A
a good one.
Triome here.
Definitely not for Chase, but
Mutagenic Growth. Very aggressive.
yeah, I think if I was Chase, that would be a card I would get out, right? Mutagenic Growth, not one. It's just kind of +2, right?
I mean, +3 with prowess, right?
Yeah,
Like,
+3. Yeah.
I think when you're paying 2 life to deal 3 damage, it's kind of. I feel like that's hard to take out in most matchups. Here's a Soulscar. Has a Swift Spear in hand too. Like, he's representing. If he has a land in hand, he has a lot of damage next turn. If Tony doesn't do something.
I think Tony's just gonna play an egg and pass.
Egg land. Yep.
Yeah.
I see that Skyclave apparition in hand, which is pretty good.
So we got a bolt here too. And a llama dart.
Swift Spear.
Very cool. 2 + 2 is
Just 2
just
damage
2
here.
there.
He's holding the bolt up. Tony will fetch down a 16.
Tony probably looking just to apparition.
Yep,
something here,
apparition,
Stem
so-
the bleeding a little bit.
So Chase holding that bolt. Pretty alright.
yeah.
Removes the blocker, get a 1/1.
Definitely bad news if Tony gets a little frisky when he draws a bolt or something.
I think Tony has to shock. Oh no, he has a basic planes. Okay. Here's the planes.
That's a metallic rebuke in Tony's hand.
Oh, just a lord. Oh, that feels bad. This is so much damage with double lava dart. Honestly, Tony might just be dead. Oh, just not choosing the ball. Okay.
Alright, Chase.
I thought he would want to use as much mana as he can, but he just wants the prowess triggers. Swing for
Chase
4.
not having a land, right?
No, no land.
Probably want to opt right now, since you're going to anyway, but no opt there. Tony gets another turn. Probably just want to mush this apparition now. Zach doing some quick math here.
Yeah, he definitely had lethal if he just bolted at the end step.
So you
With the
can't
lava
sack
darts in
both
hand. He can't.
lands.
He can only
Yeah.
sack the one. But I mean, those lava darts are basically +3 with the 2 prowess creatures
Mm-hmm.
and the mutagenic growth. But he played it safer. Another Loris. Okay, there's no way Tony lives this turn now. Here's an opt. So I think Tony does have the metallurgic or not metallurgic summonings. Wow.
Don't you ever say that to
Metallic
me.
rebuke.
Metallurgic summonings.
Wow, it was a different time back then.
Oh man, that's a mythic rare.
Okay,
Wow.
So still no land from Chase, but I feel like double lava dart has to come in.
Yeah, Luris just looking to trade. He's just like, can I bite someone and life link you?
He has to pay the mana for it. Yep. Better do it one at a time. So once, twice. So yeah, he's saying hold on. So this is lethal. Okay. I mean, if Tony has a counter spell. Okay, so here's that. So the prowess trigger will still go off. So that's 3. So he still has lethal.
Brad, I think it
Flower
is.
Dart. There we go.
I think it was a grinding station combo, but we did not get to see.
We did not get to see. We only saw.
Very sorry.
It looked like Tron, honestly, because he didn't do anything. Tron without Tron.
Hey, you
Lands.
played lots of chromatic stars, all right?
That's what Tron does.
So you're saying those triumphs could have been Tron lands?
Hey, who knows?
They don't cycle though.
Who
Tron
am I
lands
to
don't
say?
cycle.
Who am I to say?
You don't know. Skyclave though.
Well,
That's
thank
fun
you.
one.
We'll be back with the next round shortly.
This world is one of legend. Many realms, epic sagas, bound by one truth. Viking or Valkyrie, elf or dwarf, all belong to the World Tree. All are supplicant to the gods. Gods who travel between realms to do their bidding for peace, for bloodshed, or for their own amusement. But what if there was a way to harness this power? A weapon with the ability to protect all. A weapon of pure strength, forged for a god. Or, in more creative hands, a weapon of unimaginable chaos! Who's ready for some fun?
All right. We're back.
We have Keegan for the final round on Hardened Scales and Tyler and Ponza, the only undefeated players remaining from the night.
Ponza. Pretty boring. Not a big fan of Ponza.
I mean, hey,
I
think it will be less of a stump than
I think
Keegan's
it's
games
because
against.
I like to
Infect.
play non-basic lands though. So what are you gonna do, right?
What are you gonna do?
Arbor Elves, Utopia Sprawls, lots of cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some friendly banter back and forth from our players. Very exciting match about to unfold. Don't know how these line up with each other.
Tyler's going first.
Tyler going first, though. Keegan looking at his opener, setting his hand down, adjusting. Tyler also looking at his. That's a keep. Lands and spells from Tyler.
Run in 6, Huntmaster the Fell. Run with a fetch land. Doesn't feel bad.
Yeah. Fetch out those forests. Start getting some basics.
Oh, Windswept Heath. Pendle Haven. And
Now
a
that
Hardened
is
Scale.
also a one-mana enchantment from Hardened Scale. So Keegan's looking to get his. What does he got here?
No, I
that's
can't get a good look
I
at
think
Keegan's
that's a
hand.
Walking Ballista in his hands. Tyler shuffling up from his fetch. Not the land I would get.
What
But
land would you get?
I think I would have got Basic Forest. He has a Blood Moon in his hand and then another Stomping Ground, I think.
True. Yeah, Stomping Ground, yeah.
But
Okay, but he
never punished.
never punished. Never punished, yeah, actually.
It's good to be good.
There's the basic
There's
forest.
the Basic Forest, just how we drew it up.
I mean, I guess he had an activation of Red and 6 regardless coming up, but yeah, like more.
I
green
didn't see the
sources.
second fetch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess.
No, he didn't have the second. I believe he just drew it.
All right. All the same, though, I believe. Keegan's lands that have lots of text on them are going to not have a lot of text on
Mhm.
them anymore. So,
Here's a Red and 6 and a plus.
putting the Catacombs back in the hand. Keegan probably would be fine operating with no text on his lands, though. It doesn't really care.
Tyler's deck and graveyard just off the playmat. I've never seen that one before. That's
maybe a little uncomfortable with the mats there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
fresh. Here's the Walking Ballista for 2.
That is not a Walking Ballista.
Oh,
Yep. I remember being quite
is
upset.
that a hangerback one?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a hangerback
quite
one.
upset when I got one of those promos and it was not a
Oh.
Walking Ballista. But still very cool. Appreciate what my LGSs do for me when I buy a box. But sucked that it wasn't the Walking Ballista because Walking Ballista's
Here's a
in
Blood Moon.
way more decks than Hangerback anyway.
Keegan got a bunch of mountains.
But Keegan probably happy to just, only have, well, there you go. Of course, Keegan has another Hardened Scales, which makes his deck go even harder. But
Yeah, wow, this feels bad. A lot of green sources.
yeah, a lot of green spells in his hand. It
Yeah.
looks like no protection spells, so when that anger comes down, it's not going to be good. Keegan probably going to commit more to the board and really lose to this anger. I think that's in Tyler's hand, right?
This does feel awkward no matter what. Because,
Yeah.
you have to play that Steel Overseer, I think.
Yeah,
Your other spells are uncastable.
yeah.
Here's an Ozolith.
Yeah, I think there's some merit to not doing anything else. Maybe even just. Yeah, it feels so bad attacking a Ren insects.
It does. But he is just going to pass. So Keegan can get the 4 counters, hopefully. If Tyler holds up Bolt, it feels bad, but here's a Stomping Grounds, which is a 4, or a mountain.
Yep.
Utopia Sprawl. Naming red.
Yep. Play a Huntmaster.
Yep, Huntmaster.
No more
fell.
lands in Tyler's graveyard. No, I think definitely has another land.
Yep,
Gains 2,
he
gets
had
a wolf.
2 finishes. He had Verdant and Windswept. Heath.
So Anger not doing anything here.
I mean, yeah, Anger would be a. Keegan would just put 2 counters on his thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tyler would feel like a big dumb.
Maybe I can't read. So what's Keegan looking for here? He's looking for a way to move around these counters.
I think he's looking for a basic forest more than anything. I mean, he has a counter generator, and then Ozlif will make sure it's safe. But animation module, that's pretty all right.
It's something to go wide. It's
It's a castable. That's the big thing.
that's
right?
true. Yep, you want all castable. Seal Overseer's 2 to play.
2 to play. Yeah. So he would not.
You definitely have to play a spell. You don't want this flipping, Huntmaster flipping, but
Yeah.
Huntmaster flipping is kind of an inevitability.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Tyler's just gonna pass probably, or do something worse.
Just the module.
Tyler definitely rolling downhill right now. I would say firmly ahead in this game,
Mm-hmm.
but I've seen stranger things. Shutting off Keegan's lands does provide a huge out for Tyler. Like, Keegan's lands can definitely kill someone out of nowhere.
Yeah.
An Inkmoth and 1 Ravager is usually enough. So it looks like we got Bolt and Seasoned Pyromancers.
Seasoned Pyromancer.
Very swole. Not young anymore. Tapping all mountains here.
Not leaving up double red. Oh, okay, no. Leaving up double red.
Alright. And we're gonna discard some cards.
Blood Moon and something else.
Make 1 token here. I'm pretty sure that other one was land.
Yep, 1
Yep.
token.
Did not think they needed to add that text. I think they just could have made 2.
Just all the time.
Yeah, your card's already a mythic with a million lines of text on it. You kind of want to take off it more. Anyway, probably just jamming another one, right?
Right, yeah.
Just keep the ball rolling down the hill. I think if I was Tyler, though, I would have just passed and let my Huntmaster just start punching things and doing what it wanted, dealing damage to
I mean, this
Keegan.
red and 6 is gonna alt. This bolt is just gonna do so much. Yep.
Yeah.
So Keegan's going to put counters on
Yeah, Tyler
the
definitely.
not Walking Ballista, the Hangerback Walker, and pay the 1 from the animation module to make a servo.
Yeah. I think this
I
is.
don't think Keegan can do anything.
It's definitely not a winning line, though. Letting Keegan just keep playing spells and things, I don't think Keegan might be able to cobble together something
Mhm.
at some point. I don't know how, but I've seen stranger things.
I think it
that's
starts
for
with
sure.
the Ravager. Like
Definitely
I don't
have
know
that
how.
basic. No, that's Ravager. Never mind.
But again, without the lands turning into flyers, I don't know if Keegan can do enough.
So if Keegan can live through this turn, he might. He's at 19, so we can make 1, 2. Yeah, you can put Keegan on a turn, Tyler on a 2-turn clock, but nothing fast enough. Because with this Hangerback Walker, it can kind of.
Bolting the servo in response to this Ravager.
Everything gets 2 counters, so that goes to 8. Gets 2, 4, 6. 6
Pass
and
of
8
the
is
turn?
12. Yeah, not quite.
Bloodbraid the draw.
Keegan's still at a healthy
20, yeah.
20 life here too. Tyler definitely needs to, like, maybe a Thundermaw would do it. I don't know what these decks play.
Here is a Ren and 6 alt. So that Bolt is going to be coming back a lot.
Yeah, you really hate to see, like, stuff like this happen, it's
Retrace. Attempt to bolt the Ravager. Sacrifice animation module to Ravager. Bolt again. Activate Hangerback, putting 2 counters on it. I completely forgot Hangerback Walker makes flyers. I am so stupid.
you're trying really hard.
Wow.
Jack. You're doing stuff. Wow, and these grab all those. The Ozolith grabs all those counters.
Yep, it's when it leaves the battlefield.
Very cool, Kanye.
So now, yeah, wow.
So now we're gonna have a
forgot.
big
Wow.
fat flyer in the air,
Mm-hmm.
cawing. Keegan really amateur over here, not having enough Thopters. Just kidding, of course. Ravager feeling swole
Yeah.
right here. Zach thinking,
I completely forgot it made flyers. I don't know why.
I
it
can't
just-
count, so I obviously counted wrong, and he has way lethal on board.
Yeah, he has
and
super lethal.
Tyler's
on board.
definitely dead now that he does this, I think, right?
Yeah, no, he is just dead.
Yeah, because all these counters move at the beginning of combat or at instant speed. He has 7
Each
in
of
the
these
air.
Thopters equals 2.
Yeah.
2 damage for this. Like, this is crazy. This is super lethal.
2.
Yeah, because when you sack it to Ravager, the Hardened Scales triggers. So you get 2 counters per sack.
Okay.
You can sack 6 of them, and then the Ravager itself. And then you can just put it all in one. You kill him.
That makes sense. So now if I'm Keegan, I just pat my chest and take my turn. And, yeah. And count my dice and see if all the numbers add to 20.
Yeah.
And then add 2 a couple times. I think that's how that works, right?
Flyers. Crazy.
Yeah. Good thing Keegan knows what his cards do and we don't know what we're doing at all. Just sitting
Very
behind
true.
here.
Very true.
Yeah, just...
I mean, Keegan doesn't have to take any damage. He could just assign a blocker to each. Tyler's completely tapped out, but...
I think I would eat the Scavenging Ooze. I would, like, straight up kill the Scavenging Ooze.
So,
With
Keegan's
two-
going to block the Blood Raid,
with-
sack it to Ravager, take the rest.
Wonder if Keegan's got some... Tyler has some Mega Mind stuff in his... That has modular, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Very cool.
I heard Scrapyard something. No idea what the card actually does.
It's recombinant.
Nothing has reach.
Chat, no one wants to tell me how to say this name? I don't know. There we go.
He's going to hit him for
Keegan,
like
I love
35
the explanation
36
there.
damage.
Yeah, he was just like counters, Ravager, sack.
You die.
That was great. Oh, that's exactly how I want a Hardened Scales player to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, flying damage, you take 50, you're dead. God.
So, I
You
mean,
love
in
to
that
see it.
spot, way better than Walking Ballista. Just infinitely better.
I mean, yes, in that particular spot.
Yeah.
Been a way different game. I think Tyler wouldn't have been so passive about. Yeah, way changed the complexity of that game, but
Anger's coming in. All 3.
Anger, like you said though, not even doing much. I saw a fake Anger of the Gods in his hand, and it didn't do much. What are you gonna do? So Tyler's probably got... He's got cards to interact with Keegan here. Tyler just needs to turn the corner faster than he did, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
It came out pretty
it's
solid.
just
for
how
Tyler.
you draw
like,
it
really
up.
restricts
Yeah.
Keegan, but yeah.
Yeah, once you, I guess you got to interact with the cards in the field too. It's the problem with red spells. They deal damage in amounts. They don't just destroy creatures. That's why you gotta play Jund, right?
Yeah.
Ren in 6.
And 6 followed by Lily. Feels bad.
Liliana Vale. Earl really did not like Liliana Vale. Earl was like, nom 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 nom. I'm gonna eat Liliana Vale. I miss him. He's locked away like all the other Titans. Only Croakster gets to roam around in Modern now. And he's lost. He doesn't even know where he's. He's like, where are my Stitcher suppliers? He's like rounding up all the gang.
My Meyer Triton.
Loris is my companion. Yeah, that's. I love a Meyer Triton, but my goodness.
You gain 2 life.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's beautiful. I love him. Meyer Triton looks like someone I want to go to war with me, because it's gonna die, but he's gonna do his thing while doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a little mask on. He's very prepared. Great to hear, Steel. Players shuffling up, having some friendly banter. I wonder how many seasons there are of Netrunner.
Is Netrunner still going?
I don't know.
That's good.
Is that the show?
No, it's a game.
Yeah, it seems strange that you would be the champion of season 3. That he's just a big fan of season 3 now. That's when a show hits its stride, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Really does. Tyler talking about his regrets on that giant hangerback walker.
Yeah.
Before it was the size of a mountain. Spit out all those Thopters. Alright, we're finally drawing our 7s here. We got a Gem Razor. You love to see it. Gem Razor, I was just talking about. It's just Reclamation Sage that beats.
It
You
slaps.
I love it so much. Because this worker is probably going to jump out there with 2 counters and then become a Gem Razor. Gem Razor going to jump inside of the worker, steal its counters, and start eating Tyler's face, as well as his Blood Moon. It's going to be fun. Big fan, big fan.
I like people getting smacked around.
Yeah, the Gem Razor.
Did you see? Was it the altar? Like the alt art of it?
It is
or
the comic book one.
the comic book one? Okay. I guess there are like 3 different artworks, huh?
Yeah. Mutate. Mutate's big
Mutate.
debut here. It's very exciting. Tyler keeping 6. Lots of bolts. Might have my hopes dashed here. Cards might just be eating bolts. Very sad. Sad. Tap land for Tyler. Doesn't even think about it. Turn 1 from... Keegan gets a hardened scales and a pass. That's a pass from Tyler back to Keegan. Tyler not being able to force any action here. Kind of stinks for him. No Ren in 6. Keegan debating. Graffland being a very awkward play here all around. Arcbound Worker picking up 2 counters. Worker probably going to eat a bolt, but get bigger. So that's going to be a big worker.
Yeah.
He's going to be...
4/4 boy.
That's... Do I count 8 with the Gem Razor? That's so many.
That's a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, another bolt.
Oh,
Heartbreaking.
yeah, that's rough.
Would have been though.
But, you know, that's a clean 2 for 2 for Keegan. Not too bad. Deck's just kind of doing what they're doing. Tyler has, I want to say anger and something else in his hand. Anger land, maybe? All right, we got the Graphland down finally. It's happening. Scrapyard your Combinator there. I think if I'm Keegan, I don't put this Ravager out and put it in harm's way. No graft here. Just gonna eat this anger though. That's definitely a good sign for Keegan. You know, you don't really mind. Yeah, that's totally fine for Keegan. Don't think trading up for Anger of the Gods totally fine.
Yeah.
Still got that Gem Razor and just jam as a 4/4. We got another Arcbone Ravager too. Can graft onto it now. Probably safe. Like, you never count him having the third.
Yeah,
thing.
honestly, yeah.
That'd be pretty rough.
Here's the Ravager again.
And you have that mana available to
Graft, it's a 4/4.
put it onto the.
Now, Keegan's only hoping to dodge Chandra, right? Like,
Yeah.
I guess.
Pillage!
Too. Get you, gotcha, I guess.
Gotcha. But we're gonna dump some counters on
Yep.
this Blink Moth, right? Can't be regenerated.
5 counters on it. That's a 4-turn clock.
I don't think Gem Razor's gonna jump on that Blink Moth. That's pretty sad. But what are you gonna do, right? Ozolith to hold all these counters now.
Yeah, man. 6 'em.
No infect there. That's too bad for Keegan.
Life told us my.
Yeah,
I
we
believe
did.
he's at
We had
14.
a fetch shock before.
Oh, did he have a fetch shock? Oh.
on that bolt trade with that Arcbone Ravager. And now we have a fetch back.
This is
A Bloodbraid spin here. See what's up with that. Bloodbraid always fun.
the hard scale deck does look like it's been doing pretty well for Keegan tonight.
Dodging pillage or anything here.
Arbor
That's
Elves.
exactly what Keegan wanted.
Yeah, pillage would be very depressing.
Or Blood Moon even be fine for Tyler. Anything to like stem this bleeding a little bit. I think with another land, yeah, if this was an untapped land, I think Tyler would be dead, right? No, he would be at 9. It would miss him by 1 with the Gem Razor.
Yeah.
Because the Gem Razor falls off, right, or something when it becomes not a creature. What happens? I don't know.
So if it's depending on how.
Are you busy?
Yeah, that's a lot of words
Yeah.
that I don't understand.
It would.
Keegan,
I believe it's just whatever you put on top is what it would be. So if you put it as a 4/4, it would have the text saying.
I really do appreciate Keegan and
my head.
his plays.
My head's exploding. I don't know. I believe that it would just.
And it
be a
looks like we're going to
creature.
get another spin off of a Bloodbraid.
It would be a creature with that activated ability of turning into a 1/1. That's what it would be. And gaining flying.
We're going to discard 2 cards, make 2 1/1s,
There we go.
and then
Keegan gets
Keegan's going to get it. Who would have known? Just a giant man land wins against the Blood Moon deck.
Yeah. But so
There
Keegan
is
wins
some
for
justice
tonight.
in the world, Zach.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Thank you. Keegan finally wins a game. It's been years. He wins the night.
Congrats,
But-
Keegan. Very cool.
Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we will be back on Monday.
Shazam.